Hello viewers, 1950, Japan. One night, a small boy called Issei Sagawa was sleeping in his house, and that boy had a terrible dream. In that dream, he and his brother were both boiled in a big vessel. The little boy, who got scared, woke up from his dream. Now he realized that it was a dream and relaxed a bit. But now he had a wish from that dream that no one has ever thought of. What Sagawa thought at that time is he thought of how it would be to cook and eat someone like this. From that second, he was obsessed with eating human meat. While he was studying first standard, he saw his friends and others in his class and started fantasizing about their legs and hands. He thought of how it would be to eat their hands and legs. But for the next 30 years, he controlled his desire without telling anyone. But all these were till 1981 only. Sagawa's cannibalistic urge overtook him. So what he did after that? That's what we're going to talk detailedly in today's video. It's Navin. Come, let's move on to today's video. (1981) Tokyo, Japan. One day, Sagawa saw a beautiful girl. Till this day, how he fantasized to eat a girl. Seeing a girl like that immediately aroused the desire in him. So he continued to follow that girl. That girl started walking along some streets, and he also followed her. Finally, he saw that girl going into her apartment. After that, he waited there for a while and entered inside through the window of that apartment. When he went inside and saw that girl, she was sleeping deeply. Sagawa, who saw this, didn't know what to do. Why? Because he didn't come there with any plan. Since he suddenly came there, he didn't know what to do, how to eat her. And he started thinking about what he's going to do next. While he was thinking like that, the girl who was sleeping waked up. Seeing him sitting in a room, she got scared and started screaming. Immediately, Sagawa also ran away from there. After this incident happened, Sagawa realized that what he did is wrong and thought that he really needed some help. So, he went to the psychiatrist himself. There, he told everything he did and told that he went to her house to eat her. What did the doctor do immediately mean? He contacted Sagawa's family. Not only that, he said that Sagawa was very dangerous for society and he should be locked. Because if he just imagine it, it doesn't matter. But now he started working for it and said that it was very dangerous. But Sagawa's father was very rich. Not only that, he's a powerful person. So he heard what this doctor said and said that he was not going to do anything like that and used his influence to cover what the doctor said and sent his son Sagawa to Paris. Immediately after going to Paris, he started studying literature in a big university there. But when he was studying there, suddenly his fantasy started to take over him again. But this time, he didn't go to another doctor. Instead, he started looking for his next victim. What Sagawa thought about himself is he was very ugly, very short, and has pencil-like legs. So he thought that he was too ugly, but he thought that he needed a very beautiful and height Western girl, and by eating them, he can observe their energy, and thought that he could become more beautiful. So he started looking for a beautiful girl in Paris to eat. But no matter where he searched, he couldn't find a girl of the type he was looking for, and finally met a girl called Rennie Hartwert. Rennie was a beautiful Dutch student who was 25 years old. She was studying in the same university where Sagawa was studying, but now Sagawa thought of getting close to Rennie and asked his father to appoint Rennie as his personal tutor and asked him to pay for it. and his father also sent him money. So now Sagawa appointed Reni as his personal tutor. In the next few days, he started to act like he was a trustworthy person. Both of them started to become friends. That's when, one day, he asked Reni to come to his apartment. Similarly, Reni also went to his apartment, and when both of them were sitting and talking in the living room sofa, Sagawa said to Reni to wait there and he will go inside and come. And he went inside his room, and when he returned, he had a rifle in his hands. Actually, Reni was sitting facing that side, and he came and stood behind Reni. Without knowing to Reni, he stood behind her and shooted at her head. But rifle didn't shoot, it was jammed. Also, when he shooted, Reni didn't hear the sound of the jammed rifle. Now Sagawa, who's standing behind Reni, thought of what to do next, so he immediately kept the rifle near him, and as if nothing had happened, he came back to Reni and sat down with her. After sitting down, he thought that God forbids him from doing this, and thought that because of this only, rifle didn't shoot. But after Reni left his apartment that night, no matter what, he decided to eat Reni. Again, the next day, he called Reni to his apartment. Reni also came and sat in the sofa, and he went to his room, just like the previous day. And when he came, he brought the rifle with him. Reni, also sitting by facing at that side, now he aimed and shoot at Reni. But this time, the rifle shot. After shooting, he felt bad for a few seconds and thought of calling an ambulance. But inside his mind, idiot, for this only you have been waiting for 30 years. You finally got a chance, so don't waste it, said his mind. Immediately, he raped Reni, who was dead. After that, he tried to eat Reni, but he couldn't eat like that. So, he started cutting with his knife. He started by cutting Reni's backside. What he said after that in his later days is, I cutted her deeply, but even then, there was only fat, and it looked like a corn. It took some time to go to the red meat. After seeing the red meat, he took the flesh with his fingers and began to eat it. And said that it was a very important moment in his life. Then he had only one regret. He felt that he should have eaten the meat when Reni was alive. What he said in the later days means, no one is believing me. I thought of eating Reni and said that he had no intention to kill Reni. He kept and ate her body by keeping it for 2 days. After that, he put Reni's legs, torso, and head in a suitcase and started going in a taxi. The taxi stopped at a park, and there is a dense forest in that park. So, he thought of going to the forest and disposing it. When he was carrying that suitcase, people saw blood leaking from that suitcase and immediately informed to the police. And the police also reached the spot on time. When they came and investigated Sagawa, he gave a very simple answer. He said that he killed her for food. He was arrested by the police and submitted in front of the judge in the French court after 2 years. The judge, who heard everything clear, thought that he has a mental problem, and a person like this cannot be submitted for the trial, and he is not worthy of the trial. So he asked him to be admitted at mental hospital. Sagawa was sent to his native Japan and asked them to keep him in a mental institute, and thought that he was going to stay in that hospital for the rest of his life. But before sending Sagawa to Japan, French government dropped the case that was on him, and the court documents was also sealed. So automatically, when Sagawa came to Japan, Japan government couldn't arrest Sagawa because the French government dropped the case on him. So now there's no case on him. On August 12, 1986, he came out of the hospital in Japan and started moving freely. After that, he roamed freely around Japan and was invited to many TV shows, and was also invited as a special guest for the opening of several restaurants. Think about it, he killed a girl and ate her, but he was invited as a special guest for the opening of the restaurant. What's even scarier about this is an interview which was taken after that. He said that even now he see beautiful girls, he wish to eat them, and say that at least one time before he dies, he will eat a girl. Till now, he has written and published more than 20 books, and everything is another level hit. Now, he's roaming around Tokyo freely. Such things also happening in this world. They are inviting a person to open the restaurant who killed and ate a girl. No matter how he became famous, others are trying to influence on him. I will meet you all in another video. Thank you. Bye.